I am so sick of people asking me when we're having our next baby. I'm in my third trimester.
This person goes on to write, holy cow, why do people ask this? I have resorted to telling people that my husband has agreed to having a vasectomy because it's the only thing that shuts them up. When I say, oh no, this is our last baby, or oh, that's a strange question to ask when I haven't even birthed this baby yet, people get so defensive and annoyed. Even if this wasn't our last baby, why would I even be thinking about getting pregnant again when I haven't even given birth yet? Anyway, rant over.
Who is asking? Who is asking if you're when you're gonna have your next baby when you were still pregnant in your third trimester? That's just crazy. Like I, as a pregnant woman, I wouldn't even ask someone if they were having a baby when they were 8 months pregnant, let alone asking when they're gonna have their next one. That's crazy. The only one who has like ever asked us like when we're about to have a baby is my mom, and it's because we don't have babies yet. So she would joke every once in a while and be like, "When's your turn?" And she just wanted us to have a baby. But that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a very personal decision, and it just seems like some people, um, maybe it's out of excitement. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're just excited that you're in the process of having children, but to get that excited when the person hasn't even had the baby they're currently, you know, um, creating, it just seems like I think it would rub most people the wrong way. But please comment down
Yeah.
below. Would this rub you the wrong way? Would you be like, no, it's understandable, and actually, I'm planning on having another baby while I'm pregnant. Like I thought it was kind of surprising that you were kind of not hoping for twins, but talking about how that would be cool, and I was just like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
that would be so much as like as our first child to like suddenly have two. That
Yeah.
would be like quite the
Well, I
I
think age has like a big part in that, right? Because like we're about to have our first baby, but we want them to be close in age, and the older you get, the more you're like, okay, this has to happen before you're 35 because there's problems get in the way. But it sounds like she already has a baby, and now she's pregnant with another one in her third trimester, and someone has the audacity to ask her when she's having another one. I just need to know like who this person is and like what's going in their mind. Because, like, does it matter if she has another one or not? And it's just crazy to ask someone, like, before they even had this one if they're having another one. That's crazy. Crazy to me.
Yeah, it sounded like a lot of people were asking them, and it's just like one of those things. Like it almost seems like it's taking them out of the moment. Like they should be very present and enjoying the fact that they're currently creating something amazing, something life changing, and to not be like thinking about you know other things that are in the future and might overwhelm the person. It almost feels like the person is trying to overwhelm them. But
Mm.
let's hear what some people had to say. This person says, people asked me as soon as I was discharged from the hospital for severe HG while I was still pregnant. I don't know what goes through their minds. It is a question you can't win with. You say you don't want any more. They say something in a couple years. They complain in several years. You betcha. More opinions.
Wow. I don't think it's anyone's business.
Yeah, and no one's asked us right now about like another having
No.
another baby. I mean, you're only 11 weeks pregnant, but it hasn't come up. I think people are just kind of still happy, surprised that we're finally because we waited until like we've been married for several years for like 6 years now or
Yeah.
6 years. We went on to get our master's degree together and just like we've really been like we've been together since high school, right? So it's been like 17 years
Yeah.
we've been together.
They've been
So
waiting for a long time.
they've been waiting, and I think a lot of them kind of like settled with the fact that we might not have, you know, uh, we might not choose to go down that path,
Hmm.
So I think the fact that we are like we're pregnant and we did the whole like surprise. We have that video. We need
Yeah.
to post that. That's
My mom
great.
said she knew, but
I don't. Okay, she said that, and then her boyfriend Dennis had something written in
it's
his
true.
pocket like a magic trick. He pulls out this piece of paper where he was writing "Congratulations on being like." It seemed like a magic
Yeah.
trick. How like
They did know.
that
I don't know how they knew, but they knew.
how we did no one knew. All right, this person says asking people if they want children at any stage of their life, pregnant or not, is kind of just an insensitive question, in my opinion, unless you are very, very close and know their situation. It's a very personal and sensitive topic. Some people might have tried for 5 to 10 years to even get pregnant. Some people can't get pregnant. Some people have traumatic birth, pregnancies, postpartum experiences. Maybe they just had a miscarriage, and some people just simply don't want kids, and that's okay. Why is it any of our concern?
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the people are just really, we'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're just really excited and they love the idea of you, creating more little cute versions of you and bringing that into the world. So they're like, we want more, like, what's more? But at the same time, like, that's kind of like really crossing the line, I would say. Here we go. This person says, I know, right? People are so thirsty for babies. I've totally lost all my patience and filter since becoming pregnant, and people like that are just playing with fire. Girl, I know, right? I'm a FTM, first time mom, but we are one and done. But people don't believe me. They always say, you'll want another one, or don't you want your kid to have a sibling? No. We can afford one kid and that's it. I'm not a broad mare. I wonder what that is. Is that like a rich person or a type of horse? I'm not sure what that is. This person said, I just tell them I'm having my remaining functional tube tied during the surgery to remove my left ovary and the cyst encasing it after I have my baby. She's a happy surprise now, but I had a hard time coming to terms with early in my pregnancy as I hadn't wanted even one child. No one else's business anyway. Yeah, and I think even though that was kind of like sad to read and just like kind of like, you know, just very sad, I feel like that's part of the reason why you don't inquire in people's extremely personal business. And having a baby is extremely personal, even though you might be focusing on all the positives, which is great. They might be focusing on the complications or trauma or other things that is in, like they might be going through. So you never really know what people are dealing with. And unless they are, talking about like, oh, I don't know when I want to have another kid, unless they bring it up, it might be just safer to just kind of wait to see what happens and not really push the, topic.
Yeah, if you're really close and you know they're trying for a baby or want to be a parent. I know there's someone in our family who is around the age where things could become problematic, and I know that they want to be a parent. So I do every once in a while try to just, and it's all about wording, right? It's like, have you guys had this conversation yet with like each other? What are your plans? And if you're close with someone, it's definitely, you can, but just remember to be respectful. This is a very sensitive topic for people. Everyone's experience is different. So just start normalizing, just not asking people, especially when they're already pregnant,
Yeah.
when they're going to have their next kid. So just be respectful and mindful.
That's wild. Like as you're pregnant to like be, so when you're gonna have another baby, like there's so much on their plate. They're probably already overwhelmed in that moment, and to just, kind of put that idea in their head just really kind of verges on insensitive. But as always, we really want to hear what you have to say. Please comment down below. Have you had to deal with this? What advice would you give this person? Because our perspective might not help someone in the same way that your comment might be worded in a way that really allows them to, breathe a sigh of relief and just kind of know what the next step is.
Thank you so much for coming on this journey with us, and we're excited to be a part of yours.